Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, lads of all ages, welcome back to Fusion YGO. Today, we are going to be doing the most spectacular, fun-loving gamer girl deck profile. We're going to be doing some live twins, but before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And now, without further ado, let's hit that play button for some wonderful live twins. Alright, let's dive into some gamer girl bathwater. Starting off, we've got 3 copies of live twin Lilila. Lilila lets you summon a Kisa kill monster when it's summoned by itself, and it charges your opponent 500 life points for trying to attack in their battle phase. What you'll notice is that this deck has a lot of microtransactions. 3 copies of Kisa kill. Kisa kill, whenever your opponent attacks, you gain 500 life points. It really separates things out in time. And also when it's summoned by itself, there's no other monsters on your field, you get to summon a Lilila. 2 copies of Frost. Frost is an extender, so if you control a Lilila monster, you can special summon it from your hand. And then if a card or cards is added from your opponent's deck to their hand by a card effect, while you control an evil twin monster, you get to banish this card and draw a card. So this card really comes in clutch to allow you to gain a lot more advantage. It's really nice. So this card allows you to, so Evil Twin Lilila Treat. So this card lets you mitigate the attack points of an opponent's monster by making it, reducing the attack by the damage dealt by an Evil Twins monster. Card's not bad. It also lets it summon itself if you control a Kisa kill. Then we have 1 copy of Evil Twins Kisa kill and Lilila. This card is really powerful. So you can summon it from the hand or graveyard by tributing 2 link monsters. If this card is special summoned, if your opponent controls 3 or more cards, they must send to the graveyard, so they only control 2 cards. So this card can be really powerful against decks like that use tokens and such like that, because they'll be forced to keep the token. So they'll have to send everything except the token. So against adventure decks, this card can come in clutch because the token can't be sent to the graveyard. We're also playing 3 copies of Sunny Snitch. It lets you search any live twin. 3 copies of Secret Password, which lets you search your Sunny Snitch, so you're able to search your stuff. 2 Home, which is for a discard, a emergency teleport for the archetype. And then as a monster reborn that allows you to link summon during your opponent's turn, you have Challenge. And let's move on. Lads, letting you know that we still have a giveaway going on for the entirety of this year. So, for every 1,000 subscribers, we are going to be doing a giveaway. Once we hit 1,000 subscribers, we'll be giving away a booster box, the most recent Yu-Gi-Oh! Booster set. We're going to add more things on top of it for every 1,000 subscribers subsequently. So, make sure you hit that subscribe button and enjoy the rest of your video. 2 copies of Nibiru. It's really good against you, so you want to have it in here for a target for crossout. 2 copies of Ash. We're also running a single copy of Bell, Droll, and Imperm to help deal with a lot of other cards in the format. These are just cards that, these are all cards that kind of hurt you, so you want to make sure you have them. But they also work like dual purpose, so if you draw them, they're able to do things to your opponent. And then 3 copies of Crossout Designator, because it's one of the cards that helps you play through hand traps, as well as a called by just in case. Next up is your Boardbreakers and extra cards. So we've got 3 copies of Forbidden Droplet. This is not budget, if you couldn't tell. But Droplet, really powerful in this deck, because you can send, if they try to imperm your Lilila, you can send Lilila, so its effect resolves, summoning a Kisa kill and letting you go off. But Droplet is just really, it's just super powerful. It's such a silly card. And then 2 copies of Talents to help you in case you're stuck going second, as well as a Feather Duster to hate on back row. And then for your going first cards, which there's a decent amount of, there's 2 Torrential Tributes. It's easy to play around with this deck, so you can use this in tandem with Trouble Sunny to be able to basically freely nuke the board. And then 2 copies of Signet Regression. So this card is insane. It allows you to recycle essentially the effects of your Evil Twins Lilila and Kisa kill. So you can, if you have this set and you have Trouble Sunny on the field, and let's say you have this, let's say you have these 2 cards and a Trouble Sunny. One of the plays you can do is you can tribute the Trouble Sunny to bring back the Lilila and Kisa kill. You'll trigger the Kisa kill and the Lilila, so you get to draw a card, pop a card. Well, you get to trigger this in response to the Trouble Sunny. So you go Trouble Sunny is Chain Link 1, then you go Torrential is Chain Link 2. You get your double summon afterwards, but the Torrential will nuke the board. Then you get these two back. If they have a field spell, you can pop the field spell and draw a card, and then you can sign it Regression, pop another card, and draw another card. So it's just really powerful in these really interesting scenarios that the deck kind of forces on your opponent. So that's why I run it. It's a huge advantage. Next is the extra deck. In the extra deck, we're running 2 copies of Lil-La, 2 copies of Kisa Kill, and 3 copies of Trouble Sunny. Lil-La, if you control a Kisa Kill when it's summoned, you get to target a card on the field and destroy it. And then as a quick effect, if you don't control a Kisa Kill, you're able to special summon a Kisa Kill from your graveyard. Kisa Kill does the same graveyard effect, except it summons a Lil-La, and then it lets you draw a card if there's a Lil-La on the field. Trouble Sunny lets you, as a quick effect, tribute this card to special summon up to 1 Kisa Kill and 1 Lil-La monster from your graveyard. And then you can banish this card from the graveyard and send an Evil Twin monster from your hand, deck, or face-up field to the graveyard to send a card on the field to the graveyard. Next up is what I think is a silly, silly, powerful engine. The Nightmares. We got Unicorn, Phoenix, Unicorn, and Griffin. Phoenix lets you pop back row. When it's co-linked, really easy to pull off. Unicorn will let you shuffle a card back into the deck, so you can get rid of 2 cards on the field. If you do it correctly, you can actually do some really silly stuff. So you can make Phoenix, where it's co-linked, so you can just pop a card, draw a card. Then you make bring back 1, draw a card, link 2, shuffle a card, bring back, destroy a 3rd card, link these 2, make Griffin, reset a card from your graveyard, lock your opponent a special effect, like special summon effects, and it's summoned here, so it's not even like it's giving them a zone. It's just really powerful. And then to deal with Untouchables, Underworld Goddess at the Closed World. This card's insane. And it's a Fiend, which is the most important part because it locks you into Fiends. This bypasses it because it's a Fiend. The little rank 2 engine. So we're running a Gachi and a Sky Cavalier Centuria. So it depends on what you need. Gachi will let you survive a turn and be able to do stuff. Sky Cavalier will let you help you clear boards to make Zeus. So it's which works better for you in this instance. They're both really good. 1 copy of Downward Magician, just as an extra material for Zeus. Yeah, it's just Zeus. It's really powerful. Next up is the side deck. First up is going to be the supplemental hand traps and extra cards. So let's hit those. So we have a copy of Effect Veiler, a copy of Lancia, and a copy of Ogre. Ogre is just there if you think they're going to side into it or you've seen them play it to protect your Sunny Snitch. Lancia is to protect them, just to stop them. And then Effect Veiler is just in case you think they're going to run more. We're also running 3 copies of Token Collector. It's Token Collector, card's insane. As well as 2 copies of DD Crow. And then a copy of Scythe. Scythe is there just as a cross-out target, but Crow being able to banish cards is really good against Despia, and Token Collector for 10 Sword Soul. Alright, and then we're running 2 copies of Crosswipe, a 3rd copy of Torrential. If you're going first, this card can be really good, and then 3 copies of Dimensional Barrier. And that, lads, is gonna do it for our updated pure live twin deck profile. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And until next time, lads, good fun. Have luck.